Berlin, an annual protest rally. A protest against something that's invisible to the naked eye, impossible to touch, but that is still present everywhere we go. It is absorbed by the air, dissolves in water, and soaked up by the soil. GMOs are genetically modified organisms. They first appeared in the food industry in the 1990s. In 1994, the Monsanto Corporation cultivated tobacco that was pest-resistant. Genetically modified tomatoes followed soon after. Nowadays, more than 80% of soybeans are genetically modified, as is 100% of papaya, and up to 70% of the most popular dried baby foods have GMOs in them. Corporations that produce seeds of GMO plants claim that transgenes are absolutely harmless, and what is more, they make things drastically easier for farmers by increasing plants' resistance to pests and diseases. They bring high yields, and they could finally help to feed humanity. In 2017, the total area of GM crops reached almost 190 million hectares, which is 3 times the size of France. Currently, GM crops are cultivated in 28 countries, most of all in the USA, which has 39% of the total area of GM crops in the world. Brazil has 27%, Argentina 13%, while Canada and India have 6% each. At the same time, not only have some individuals given up GMOs, but whole countries too. In 2016, Romania left the transgenic cultivating club, while Portugal and Spain reduced their GM crop areas. Austria, Poland, Venezuela, Greece and Switzerland are all GMO-free. BT cotton seeds are sold by the Monsanto Corporation, a leading producer and distributor of transgenic seed crops.
There are many places where BT cotton is actually not suitable for cultivation. BT cotton seed companies, on the seed packets, they say that this is suitable both for irrigated and non-irrigated conditions. So this is basically deception of the farmers. And the third thing is that they actually spend huge amounts of money on advertising.
Lady Margaret used to be a farmer. I say used to be because, despite her affection for agriculture, she had to give it up after what happened to her.
We were digging sheep. I got some in my boot. A lamb splashed the dip and it got into my Wellington boot. And then about 3 weeks after that, I got up one morning and I felt so tired I had to go back to bed. And I got sicker and sicker and sicker, and at one stage my brain wouldn't work, so what I was thinking wasn't what came out of my mouth. And I was very up and down. I would be crying one minute and cross the next, you know, and it affected the nerves in my brain. And if you touch my skin, it was so sore that I would cry.
I want to ask you, what is more dangerous, GMO or maybe pesticides, herbicides?
I don't think one is any more dangerous than the other. I think they're both dangerous, and when you put them together, they're very dangerous.
The sheep dip that Lady Margaret believes poisoned her was an organophosphate, the same category of pesticide that glyphosate belongs to. Glyphosate was initially created to remove rust and mineral deposits from metal pipes. When it gets inside a pipe, it binds minerals and flows out of the pipe, taking all the mineral particles with it. So, when this herbicide is spread over our vegetables, it takes away the minerals that we need.
If thousands of people died tomorrow of poisoning to Roundup, it would be an easy proof. But this is gently, slowly affecting the human race.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, up until now, we found just from the first 500 samples that have been tested, over 95% of the population in America has glyphosate in their urine, which is, compared with most other environmental chemicals, is very, very, very high. But also, it's been found in breast milk and also in blood as well.
In fact, there's been studies to show that one bowl of spinach back in the 50s is equal now to several dozen bowls of spinach now. There's actually less nutrition in our food, and I attribute that to the pesticides that deplete the soil and actually draw out the vitamins and minerals in the plants and in the soil. If you don't have healthy, nutritious soil, you're not going to be able to grow healthy, nutritious plants, and you're not going to be able to feed animals healthy, nutritious food, which will then have less nutrition, right? So it's an entire cycle.
We wrote to Monsanto to ask. The reply simply informed us that all information can be found on the company's website, which of course states that all products are safe and environmentally friendly. We wrote again, hoping to make an appointment to meet a representative. This time, we were referred to another website belonging to a company that promotes innovations in biotechnology. We never had the opportunity to talk directly to anyone from Monsanto.
We decided to take 200 rats and to give them an equilibrated diet with the major GMO. Containing Roundup, and with Roundup alone with a regular diet. And we saw in both cases big mammary tumors on rats and also kidney leakage, very hard kidney diseases and liver problems. And also the sexual hormones were disrupted. So there was less testosterone and more estrogens, and the reverse way. So we thought that this was really a problem for GMOs on the long term, consuming GMOs on the long term, or having this pesticide on the long term in the tap water, because it's a major pesticide of the world.